Number two, the Minnesota estate tax exemption is not tied to inflation. It's not going up. It doesn't care that the value of farmland's double what it was when the law was put in place. We're stuck with one $3 million exemption. And the only way that's ever going to go up is if the legislature in St. Paul passes a new law that says that it's going to go up. Until then, here we are. We have a $3 million exemption on the state side, even though the federal estate tax exemption is 15 million, 5 times greater. Um, and that's nothing we can do about it until the legislature in St. Paul decides to change that law. One other thing to think about for Minnesota state taxes is Minnesota's average farm size is over 400 acres. Most of Minnesota's at, $10,000 an acre is average or at least within reason. And again, remember, we have to use appraised value, not assessed value or balance sheet value. Appraised value. So if we've got 400 acres valued at $10,000 an acre, then we add machinery and equipment, livestock, stored grain, all of your life savings onto that. Virtually every Minnesota farm is potentially subject to Minnesota estate tax. That's just the way the law is built. It's just, for better or worse. We have a law here in Minnesota that says $3 million exemption. It hasn't changed. It's very easy for even, a small farm to get $3 million of assets and net equity somewhat these days without really trying, right? It's the values have gone up, even though commodity prices necessarily haven't, farm profits necessarily haven't, but the value of that land is a big driver pushing those farm balance sheets up, subjecting more and more farms to Minnesota estate tax. So it's important that you plan carefully to make sure that if your intent is for these assets to pass to your kids tax efficiently, you've got to plan for that appropriately.